Are you ready to transform your normal e-commerce business into one that experiences exponential growth year after year using online advertising? If so, this show is for you. Me and my guests will show you how you too can grow your e-commerce business to 7 or even 8 figures so you can go on more luxurious vacations, spoil yourself and your family, say yes to more opportunities, and become financially free so you never have to worry about money again. Welcome to the E-commerce Performance Marketing Show. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the E-com Performance Marketing Show. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about something that is truly impactful and instrumental to your success in your e-commerce business because there is one variable that has the biggest success in your business. And that variable is often overlooked. It's often something that people don't realize. They look at things outside of this one variable, and they don't really pay enough attention to this one variable that can make such a big impact on the success of your e-commerce business. Now, you might be surprised to find out what this variable is when I tell you what it is. This variable is you. And what I mean by that is you impact your e-commerce business, and you are the driver of your e-commerce business. And so you have to be right day in, day out to be able to have success in your e-commerce business. And it starts with mindset. It starts with how you approach your day. Now, this is just what I do. Now, you don't have to do what I do. However, I've learned from many other successful online entrepreneurs in my circle over the past 7.5 years, and I've adopted a lot of what I've heard from these people in my daily practice that prepares me for my day. But before I tell you that, let me go over how I used to be. So I started my business in early 2013. And when I started my business in early 2013, once it got going, I had a lot of stress, and I would have these stress spikes that I would call. And this would typically happen like Monday, Tuesday, when I'm working until midnight because I have my son on Wednesday and Thursday, and I try to really budget my time on Wednesday and Thursday so I can have some time with him. And so Monday and Tuesday, I was working like a dog, like 16, 18 hours a day those days. And I'd be working just around the clock. And I would always feel like this heightened stress level, this anxiety, and this depression at times when things got rough, when I was putting in a lot of hours into work and I didn't feel like I had a life, or when something stressful happened within my company, and those would just elevate my stress levels. And it would be like this up until 2019. I would have moments like this probably once every 2 to 4 weeks at minimum. In earlier days, it would be possibly once a week, even once every 2 weeks. And it was definitely very stressful when I went through those moments, and maybe you can resonate with that. Maybe in your business too, you've had very stressful moments where, whether it's cash flow, whether it's dealing with some sort of supply chain challenge, or whether it's getting your marketing to work and seeing your ad spend just not equal any type of ROI, whatever the case may be, you've probably felt some sort of stress. And when you feel that stress and you feel it over and over, it can really, really grind at you and really beat you down. And I didn't really figure out how to handle stress very well up until 2019. 2017 was, towards the end of the year, was really stressful because I made an investment into this big marketing events that I put on that didn't pay off. And then I went into 2018 really cutting back and having to almost rebuild my company. But 2018 really wasn't all that stressful. And then 2019 is when I started to change my routine and implement some key practices that really helped me with my stress levels and with my mindset. And the reason why I'm doing an episode on this is because I truly do believe that you are the variable that really dictates the success or the failure of your business. And also it dictates the speed of success that you can have in your business as well. So if you can master yourself, then you'll be able to really give your best to your business day in, day out, and have the most success and the most growth in your business. So this is what I do. So every single morning I wake up about 5:30, and I drink a lot of water. I then go to the gym, get a workout in from 6 to 7. And then after that, I also go into like a dry sauna and a cold plunge. I'm up to 10 minutes on the cold plunge even. And then after that, I then go home, shower, get dressed. I also read Taoism and also the Daily Stoic currently. Could change depending on when you watch this episode. It may change in the future. That's what I'm reading right now. And then I journal about each of those books, because each of those books have a specific excerpt per date. And so, for example, today being September 22nd, there's a page out of each book, and there's a message from each book. And I go through my iPad journal, and I write down essentially kind of my summary, my takeaway, like my thoughts from each of those excerpts between those two books separately. And then I meditate. And I started a meditation practice in early 2019. And I started with this app called Breathe. Simple app, it's free. And I used to do it for like maybe 1 to 3 minutes when I first started. So I started in baby steps. This is called the Kaizen way. The Kaizen way is where you take those baby steps and you get those small accomplishments, and then you create bigger goals, bigger goals, bigger goals, and you keep making those strides until you get to a point where you're at whatever that big goal was. And my big goal at the time was to really be able to manage stress and have a very balanced personality no matter what was happening around me in business and also in life. And I started with meditation, like I said, about 1 to 3 minutes. In early 2019. Like I literally started on January 1st, 2019, a meditation practice. Now I'm doing on some days 25 minutes. I even did 40 minutes on one day over the past week. And I feel like that has been a huge game changer. Just working on yourself, working on your foundation, building yourself up every single day, whether it's reading the Bible, whether it's reading Taoism, whether it's reading the Daily Stoic or something similar, and then journaling about it and thinking about it and then meditating about it. It really builds you up. It builds up your belief in yourself, and it gives you some really good lessons every single day that you can take in and you can really focus on, and then you could apply to your work and also to your family as well. And then on top of that, I also eat a healthy breakfast. I take a lot of vitamins, and then I also drink my bulletproof coffee, and then I'm set for the day. So it's just something that I feel like that a lot of people could use in their life. Whether they adopt that exactly or they come up with their own step-by-step start to their day. I do feel like that people out there watching this or listening to this, they do need some sort of foundation that they consistently implement into their life on a day-to-day basis. This way they can perform their best, because it's made a huge, huge impact on my ability to manage stress, tackle challenges in business and also in life, and has also made me a lot happier. And then on top of that, I've also added daily affirmations. In the summer of 2019, I was working with a mentor, Patch Baker, a very successful guy. Go ahead and Google him. And he set me up with a therapist, a mindset therapist, because he felt like maybe there was just something in my blind spot that I needed to break through. And so Tracy, that was her name, and I definitely would recommend her. So if you want that direct contact, just let me know in the comments, and I'm more than happy to set you up to speak with Tracy David. She really made a big impact in the time that I had with her. And one of the things that she had me do was she had me do these daily affirmations where I wrote down, at the time, I think I wrote down like 10 or 15 statements that I believed about myself. And these were basically who I saw myself as being. And I wrote those down. And those were like, as you can imagine, when you think about that, you're going to write down the best parts of yourself. And then I wrote those down, and then I started to say those to myself every single morning, and also when I go to bed at night. And I've been doing that ever since. And I feel like that along with everything else I just went over, has made a massive impact in just really giving myself my best energy, my best mindset every single day. So this way, when I go to work and I dive into work and I'm tackling anything in regards to work or anything outside of life like COVID didn't stress me out at all. The only part of it that really did, unfortunately, bring me down a bit was losing my grandpa, unfortunately, to COVID. But otherwise, COVID didn't even make me unhappy one bit because my attitude, and I think it has to do with the foundation that I built every single day. And I know that business is tough because I've been through it. I've been through it for 7.5+ years. And I know that you and your foundation is everything, because that is going to lead to you being able to manage your business effectively and successfully and be able to grow your business very, very fast. So I definitely recommend that you create some sort of foundation for yourself that you go through, some sort of process, some sort of system, and you do it with consistency. And you start with giving yourself like a 3-day goal, and you extend it to a 5-day goal. And then you extend it to a 7-day goal, and then a 14-day goal, and then a 30-day goal. And you take that approach. Instead of like saying, I'm going to do it for 30 days, that's a big goal. Start with 3, then go to 7. That's the Kaizen way. And if you do that, I guarantee you, if you've been feeling stress in your business, doesn't matter what that stress is, whether it's stress from the business or stress from outside the business, if you implement a similar process, I know that you'll be able to handle your stress much smoothly than the way you handle it now. So do it. Take these practices, adapt them to you, customize them to you, but do something similar. So this way you can be at your best and you can grow your e-commerce business very, very fast by having a strong, tough mindset, because it's something that you work on every single day with your morning routine and the foundation that you create for yourself every single day. So I want to leave you with that. Take action, like I always say on the e-commerce performance marketing show. Create a strong foundation for yourself, so this way you can tackle that stress, and so this way you can grow your business much, much faster, and you can also have a happier life while you do so. Thanks again for watching this episode. I appreciate it, and be sure to subscribe or like this video if you saw a lot of value out of it. Feel free to share it too, and be sure to tune in for the next episode where I'm going to have an incredible guest, as I always have here on the e-commerce performance marketing show. Thanks again.
Thank you for tuning into the e-commerce performance marketing show. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment with a timestamp of your favorite part and share it with a friend. Until our next episode, here's to you and the success of your e-commerce business.